In small-stakes poker tournaments, players often encounter a unique landscape that differs significantly from higher levels of play. One of the most striking characteristics of these tournaments is the tendency of opponents to adopt a loose passive style. This means that many players will enter pots with a wide range of hands, but will frequently choose to call rather than raise. This approach results in a dynamic where pots can swell with multiple players. As you engage with these opponents, it is essential to remain aware of their tendencies. They may call your raises with hands that are far weaker than the range you would expect from a more skilled player. This loose passive behavior provides an opportunity to exploit their weaknesses by betting and raising with a broader range of hands, particularly when you have a strong hand. Another hallmark of small-stakes tournaments is the prevalence of limping into pots. Unlike more advanced players, who often understand the importance of aggression and position, many players at the lower stakes frequently choose to limp, hoping to see a cheap flop. This tendency can be frustrating, as it can lead to multi-way pots, where your strong hands are less likely to hold up. However, it also provides an opportunity to capitalize on these players' mistakes. By raising when you see them limp, you can thin the field and isolate weaker players, allowing you to take control of the hand. When you encounter a limper, consider the strength of your hand and your position. If you have a solid hand, raising can not only build the pot, but also apply pressure on your opponents, forcing them to make difficult decisions. As you navigate through these small-stakes tournaments, it is vital to recognize the common player types that populate these games. Many players fall into predictable patterns, such as being overly passive or overly aggressive. By identifying these tendencies, you can tailor your strategy to exploit their weaknesses effectively. For instance, a player who frequently calls but rarely raises may be susceptible to bluffing, while an overly aggressive player may be more inclined to fold when faced with a strong bet. Understanding these dynamics will allow you to make more informed decisions and enhance your overall performance at the table. Your mindset plays a crucial role in shaping your performance throughout the tournament. Even in small-stakes games, treating each session with the seriousness and focus it deserves can lead to significant improvements in your results. It is easy to fall into the trap of underestimating the competition, thinking that because the buy-ins are lower, the games are less important. However, approaching each game with the intention to learn and grow will foster a sense of discipline that can carry over into higher stakes tournaments. As you cultivate this mindset, you will find that consistency becomes a natural byproduct of your efforts. As the tournament progresses, you will likely encounter players who make the same mistakes repeatedly. Observing these patterns can provide you with valuable insights into how to exploit their tendencies effectively. For instance, if you notice a player who consistently folds to aggression after the flop, you can take advantage of this by increasing your bluffing frequency in hands against them. Similarly, if a player is prone to calling down with weak hands, you can value bet more frequently, knowing that they will often pay you off with inferior holdings. The key is to remain observant and adaptable, adjusting your strategy based on the tendencies of your opponents as they unfold. In addition to recognizing player types and tendencies, it is essential to maintain a calm and composed demeanor throughout the tournament. Emotional control can be a significant factor in your success. When faced with challenging situations, such as losing a big pot, allowing frustration or anger to cloud your judgment can lead to impulsive decisions that undermine your strategy. Instead, focus on the present moment, reminding yourself that each hand is an opportunity to learn and grow. By cultivating this sense of mindfulness, you can enhance your decision-making and improve your overall experience at the table. As you continue to play, consider the importance of patience. Small stakes tournaments can often feel like a grind, with long stretches of waiting for the right opportunities. However, it is crucial to remain patient and disciplined, waiting for spots where you can leverage your skill against the mistakes of your opponents. By avoiding the temptation to force action or play marginal hands, you can preserve your chip stack and position yourself for success in the later stages of the tournament. Remember that in poker, patience is often rewarded, and the ability to wait for the right moment can be a powerful asset. As the tournament moves into its later stages, the dynamics will shift, and the importance of stack sizes becomes increasingly pronounced. In small stakes tournaments, players often make decisions based on their chip counts, leading to a different level of risk aversion. Understanding the implications of stack sizes will allow you to adjust your strategy accordingly. For instance, if you find yourself with a larger stack, you can apply pressure on shorter stacks, forcing them to make difficult decisions. Conversely, if you are one of the shorter stacks, you may need to take calculated risks to stay alive in the tournament. Recognizing these shifts in dynamics will help you navigate the later stages with confidence and clarity. As you reflect on your journey through the tournament, take a moment to appreciate the learning opportunities that arise from each hand. Every decision you make, whether it leads to success or failure, provides valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses as a player. Embrace the process of growth, and remember that even the most seasoned players have faced their fair share of challenges. By maintaining a growth mindset, you can turn setbacks into stepping stones on your path to improvement. In the quiet moments between hands, allow yourself to relax and recenter. Take a deep breath, letting go of any tension or stress you may be holding onto. Understand that poker is not just about the cards you hold, but also about the journey you embark on with each tournament. The connections you make with fellow players, the strategies you develop, and the lessons you learn all contribute to the rich tapestry of your poker experience. As you move through the tournament, remember that every player at the table is there to learn and grow, just like you. Embrace the camaraderie that exists within the game, and take the time to appreciate the moments of connection and shared experience. Whether you are celebrating a well-played hand or commiserating over a tough beat, these interactions can enrich your journey and foster a sense of community. As you approach the final stages of the tournament, it is essential to remain focused and composed. The intensity of the competition may heighten, but your ability to maintain a level head will serve you well. Trust in your preparation and the skills you have honed throughout your journey. Each decision you make from this point forward carries weight, and your ability to stay calm under pressure will ultimately determine your success. In the moments of reflection that follow the tournament, take the time to evaluate your performance. Consider what worked well and what areas may need improvement. Engaging in this self-assessment will provide you with valuable insights that can inform your future play. Remember that every tournament is an opportunity to grow, and each experience, whether triumphant or challenging, contributes to your development as a player. As you drift into a state of relaxation, allow the lessons of the tournament to settle within you. Embrace the journey and let go of any lingering thoughts of competition or outcomes. In this tranquil space, you can find clarity and peace, knowing that each hand and each tournament is a stepping stone on your path to mastery. Carry this sense of calm with you as you continue to explore the world of poker, allowing it to guide you through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. As you prepare for a successful tournament poker experience, it is essential to begin with the foundation of proper bankroll management. This concept is often underestimated by players who are eager to dive into competition. Bankroll management is not just about how much money you have. It is a comprehensive strategy that dictates how you allocate your funds across various tournaments and cash games. The essence of this practice lies in protecting your investment while allowing for growth and development as a player. By establishing a clear understanding of your financial limits, you create a buffer against the inevitable swings of variance that come with tournament play. Choosing the right tournaments is another crucial aspect of your preparation. The poker landscape is vast, with a myriad of tournaments available at different buy-in levels, structures, and formats. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses as a player can guide you in selecting events that align with your skill set. For instance, if you excel in deep stack tournaments, where post-flop play is more prevalent, you might gravitate towards those formats rather than fast-paced turbo events that require a different set of skills. By strategically selecting tournaments, you not only increase your chances of success, but also enhance your enjoyment of the game. As you think about the long hours that can be required in tournament play, it is vital to mentally prime yourself for these extended sessions. This preparation can take many forms, from establishing a comfortable playing environment to developing a routine that helps you focus. Consider setting aside a few moments before you sit down to breathe deeply. This mental rehearsal can help center your thoughts, allowing you to approach the game with clarity and purpose. The mental aspect of poker is just as important as the technical skills. A calm and focused mind is often the key to making sound decisions under pressure. Reflecting on past hands can also be an invaluable tool in your preparation. By reviewing your previous sessions, you can identify patterns in your play, both positive and negative. Consider the hands where you felt uncertain or made mistakes. Dissecting these moments can provide insight into your decision-making process. This reflective practice allows you to learn from your experiences. By taking the time to analyze your play, you can develop a deeper understanding of the game and refine your strategic approach. Setting clear goals is another fundamental aspect of your poker journey. These goals can vary widely, from aiming to improve your win rate to focusing on specific aspects of your game, such as your pre-flop strategy or post-flop play. By articulating your objectives, you create a roadmap that guides your development as a player. Goals serve as benchmarks, allowing you to measure your progress and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. This sense of accomplishment can be incredibly motivating and encourages a growth mindset that is essential for long-term success in poker. As you consider the small edges that can compound over time, it becomes clear how every aspect of your preparation matters. From the decisions you make at the table to the routines you establish before you play, each choice contributes to your overall performance. Even your warm-up routine can have a significant impact on your mindset and readiness for the challenges ahead. Engaging in light physical activity, such as stretching or taking a short walk, can help clear your mind and invigorate your body, ensuring that you approach the game with energy and focus. In the world of tournament poker, patience and resilience are virtues that can distinguish a successful player from the rest. As you navigate through the ups and downs of competition, it is vital to remain adaptable and open-minded. The ability to adjust your strategy based on the dynamics of the tournament or the tendencies of your opponents is a hallmark of a skilled player. Embracing the fluid nature of the game can lead to unexpected opportunities and insights that enhance your overall experience. Understanding the importance of position at the table is another strategic element that can significantly influence your decision-making process. Position refers to where you sit relative to the dealer button, and it plays a critical role in how you approach each hand. Being in a later position allows you to gather information about your opponent's actions before making your own decisions, which can be a powerful advantage. By recognizing the value of position, you can make more informed choices that align with your overall strategy. As you become more familiar with the concept of hand ranges, you will find that this knowledge can elevate your game to new heights. Hand ranges refer to the spectrum of possible hands that an opponent might hold based on their actions and the community cards on the board. By considering your opponent's likely ranges, you can make better decisions regarding when to bet, raise, or fold. This strategic thinking fosters a deeper understanding of the game and allows you to exploit your opponent's weaknesses effectively. In addition to the technical aspects of poker, it is essential to cultivate emotional intelligence as you engage in tournament play. The ability to manage your emotions and maintain composure during high-pressure situations is a skill that can be developed over time. Recognizing when you are feeling frustrated or anxious allows you to take a step back and refocus your mindset. Practicing mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or visualization, can help you stay centered and make rational decisions, even when the stakes are high. The importance of table dynamics cannot be overstated in tournament poker. Understanding how your opponents interact with one another and how they perceive you can provide valuable insights into their strategies. Observing their betting patterns, body language, and reactions can help you gauge their confidence levels and adjust your own approach accordingly. By being attuned to the social aspects of the game, you can leverage information to gain an edge over your opponents. As you engage in the intricacies of tournament poker, the concept of risk versus reward becomes increasingly significant. Each decision you make at the table carries inherent risks, but it is essential to weigh these against the potential rewards. Developing a clear understanding of when to take calculated risks can be the difference between success and failure. This strategic mindset encourages you to embrace the game's uncertainties while remaining grounded in sound decision-making principles. The journey of a tournament poker player is one of continual learning and adaptation. Each session provides opportunities for growth, and every hand played contributes to your overall skill set. Embracing a mindset of curiosity and a willingness to learn from both victories and defeats will serve you well in the long run. As you reflect on your experiences, remember that each moment at the table is a chance to refine your strategies and deepen your understanding of the game. As you prepare to embark on your tournament journey, consider the importance of community and connection within the poker world. Engaging with fellow players, whether through discussions about strategy or sharing experiences from the felt, can foster a sense of camaraderie that enhances your enjoyment of the game. Building relationships with other players can also provide valuable insights and perspectives that contribute to your growth as a player. In conclusion, your preparation for tournament poker should encompass a holistic approach that addresses both the technical and emotional aspects of the game. By focusing on proper bankroll management, selecting suitable tournaments, mentally priming yourself for long sessions, and reflecting on past experiences, you can cultivate a deeper understanding of the game. Each element contributes to your journey, guiding you towards success and fulfillment at the poker table. Embrace the process, remain open to learning, and enjoy the adventure that lies ahead. In the early levels of a small stakes tournament, your focus and discipline are your greatest allies. As the cards are dealt, you will find yourself surrounded by players who may not have the same level of understanding about the game as you do. Many of your opponents will be eager to engage in pots, often playing too many hands and chasing after marginal situations. This is where your tight aggressive strategy comes into play. By selecting your starting hands carefully, you position yourself to take advantage of the loose behavior of your opponents. You will want to play a range that includes strong hands while remaining open to the potential of speculative hands when the situation allows. As you navigate through the early levels, you can take comfort in the knowledge that patience is a virtue at the poker table. Many players in small stakes tournaments tend to overvalue top pair hands, believing that they hold significant strength, when in reality, they are often vulnerable. This is where your ability to read the table dynamics becomes essential. Observe how your opponents react to different situations. You may notice that they often overcommit themselves, leading to conflicts over pots that could have been avoided. By maintaining a disciplined approach, you can quietly build your stack while avoiding unnecessary confrontations. It is important to approach speculative hands with caution, especially in deep stacked situations. These hands can be enticing, offering the potential for big wins, but they require a careful assessment of both your position and your opponent's tendencies. If the conditions are right, you can engage with these hands, but it is crucial to recognize when the risks outweigh the rewards. In deep stacked scenarios, you have the flexibility to see more flops and potentially connect with strong draws. However, always be mindful of the pot odds and implied odds you are facing, as they will guide your decision-making process. As you continue to play, remember that the early levels of a tournament are about building your stack without drawing too much attention to yourself. This is not the time to make bold moves or to chase after every hand that presents itself. Instead, focus on making calculated decisions. Look for opportunities to exploit your opponent's weaknesses. If you notice a player who consistently raises with weak holdings, consider how you can adjust your strategy to take advantage of their tendencies. By remaining aware of the players around you, you can position yourself to capitalize on their mistakes while keeping your own game grounded and solid. Take a moment to breathe and reflect on your experiences at the table. Each hand presents a learning opportunity, and every decision you make contributes to your overall understanding of the game. Embrace the process of developing your skills, knowing that each tournament brings with it a wealth of knowledge and experience. You are not just playing against the cards, you are engaging in a dance of strategy and psychology with your opponents. As the levels progress and the blinds begin to increase, you will find that the pressure mounts. But with your focus firmly in place, you can navigate these challenges with grace. The key is to remain adaptable, adjusting your strategy based on the evolving dynamics of the table. Pay attention to how players react as the stakes become higher. Some may tighten up, while others might become more reckless, believing that they need to make a stand. In these moments, your tight aggressive approach will serve you well. By continuing to play a solid range of hands, you can effectively leverage the mistakes of those around you. Recognize that while the blinds increase, so too does the value of each chip. This is a time to be particularly discerning in your hand selection. You want to enter pots where you believe you have a clear edge, whether through position, hand strength, or the ability to outmaneuver your opponents post-flop. As you engage in pots, remember the importance of maintaining control. The ability to dictate the pace of the game can be a powerful tool. If you find yourself in a pot with a weak player who tends to call down with less than optimal hands, consider how you can extract value from those situations. This might mean betting larger when you have a strong hand, or employing a well-timed bluff when the board texture suggests that you could have a stronger range. The art of poker lies not only in the cards you hold, but in the way you navigate the interactions with your opponents. Each decision, each bet, and each fold contributes to the story you are telling at the table. As you build your stack, you are crafting a narrative that reflects your understanding of the game and your ability to read the room. In moments of tension, when the stakes feel elevated, allow yourself to find a sense of calm. Take a deep breath and remind yourself of your strategic foundation. You have prepared for this moment, and you possess the skills necessary to succeed. Focus on the rhythm of the game, the ebb and flow of chips, moving from one player to another. Let the pressure dissipate as you become more attuned to the nuances of the tournament environment. As the tournament progresses and the blinds escalate, your ability to adapt will become increasingly vital. You will encounter players who are willing to take risks, and it is essential to be mindful of how their behavior impacts the dynamics of the table. When faced with aggressive opponents, consider how you can use their energy to your advantage. If they are raising frequently, you might find opportunities to call with hands that have potential to connect with the board, or even to re-raise with a strong hand to exploit their aggression. It is also important to remain aware of your image at the table. If you have been playing tight and solid, your opponents will likely respect your raises. This gives you the opportunity to leverage that image when you do decide to enter a pot. Conversely, if you find that you have been more active, it may be wise to tighten your range momentarily until you can regain a more favorable perception. As the levels continue to unfold, take a moment to reflect on the decisions you have made thus far. Each choice, whether it has led to a win or a loss, contributes to your growth as a player. Embrace the lessons learned and allow them to shape your future decisions. With each passing hand, you are honing your skills, developing a deeper understanding of the game, and learning to navigate the complexities of tournament poker. In the quieter moments between hands, take the time to center yourself. Listen to the sounds of the tournament around you, the shuffle of cards, the clinking of chips, the murmurs of conversation. Allow these sounds to ground you, reminding you of the community that exists within the game. You are part of a larger tapestry, woven together by the shared experience of competition and strategy. As you approach the mid-level stages of the tournament, the importance of maintaining focus and discipline remains paramount. The dynamics of the table will continue to shift, and being adaptable is essential. You will encounter players who are more experienced, and their strategies may require you to elevate your own game. Pay attention to their tendencies, and look for ways to exploit weaknesses. In these moments of heightened competition, remember the value of patience. It is easy to become swept up in the excitement of a hand, but maintaining a steady approach will serve you well. Trust in your ability to make sound decisions, and do not be afraid to wait for the right opportunities to present themselves. The tournament is a marathon, not a sprint, and your ability to navigate the early levels with care will pay dividends as the stakes rise. As you continue to play, your stack may fluctuate, but your focus should remain unwavering. Each decision you make is an opportunity to strengthen your position. Stay attuned to the flow of the game and be mindful of the players who seem to be struggling with the pressures of tournament life. Their mistakes can become your opportunities, and by remaining calm and collected, you can capitalize on their vulnerabilities. In the moments when the blinds become a significant factor, it is essential to remain aware of your chip stack in relation to the blinds. This awareness will guide your decision-making process. If you find yourself in a position where your stack is becoming short, you may need to adjust your strategy to include more aggressive plays. Conversely, if you have a comfortable stack, you can afford to be more selective, waiting for the right moments to engage. As you draw closer to the later stages of the tournament, allow yourself to reflect on the journey you have taken thus far. Each hand has contributed to your growth as a player, shaping your understanding of the game and your ability to navigate its complexities. Embrace the lessons learned and carry them forward with you as you continue to build your stack and refine your strategy. In the final stages of the early levels, as the blinds continue to escalate, your focus will become increasingly important. The decisions you make now can have a lasting impact on your tournament experience. Remain vigilant and trust in your ability to read the table dynamics. Each player has their own unique style, and by observing their actions, you can uncover valuable insights that will inform your strategy moving forward. As you settle into this rhythm, take a moment to breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax. The game of poker is as much about mental fortitude as it is about strategy. Embrace the calmness that comes with experience and let it guide you through the challenges ahead. You are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate the complexities of the tournament, and your journey is just beginning. In the end, remember that poker is a game of patience, skill, and understanding. Each hand presents a new opportunity, and each decision shapes your experience at the table. Embrace the journey and allow yourself to grow as a player, finding joy in the process as you continue to build your stack and refine your approach in the world of tournament poker. As the tournament progresses into the middle stages, your strategy must adapt to the evolving dynamics at the table. The middle stages are critical because they often set the tone for the later rounds, where the stakes become even higher. Understanding how to use your position more effectively becomes paramount. Position in poker refers to where you sit in relation to the dealer button, and it significantly affects your strategic decisions. In early position, you are forced to act before most of your opponents, which means you need to play stronger hands to withstand the pressure. However, as you move into middle and late positions, you gain the advantage of acting after your opponents, allowing you to gather information based on their actions. This knowledge can be leveraged to make more informed decisions, whether you choose to raise, call, or fold. Recognizing stack dynamics is another vital aspect of your strategy during the middle stages. Players will have varying stack sizes, and understanding these differences can inform your approach. For instance, if you find yourself at a table with several short-stack players, you might notice an increase in all-in moves from those individuals, as they look to double up or risk elimination. Conversely, players with larger stacks may adopt a more conservative approach, focusing on preserving their chips while applying pressure on the shorter stacks. Being aware of these dynamics allows you to tailor your strategy accordingly, whether that means playing more aggressively against the short stacks or being more cautious when facing larger stacks that could easily threaten your own chip count. In this environment, it is essential to make reads on your opponents. As the tournament progresses, players will often change their styles. Some may loosen up, looking to accumulate chips aggressively, while others may tighten down, becoming wary of risking their tournament life. Observing these shifts can provide you with valuable insights. For example, if you notice a player who has been playing conservatively, suddenly making larger bets. Conversely, if you see a player who has been pushing all in frequently, they may be attempting to build a stack quickly, or are simply desperate. Recognizing these behavioral patterns can guide your decisions and help you exploit weaknesses effectively. One of the key strategies in the middle stages is learning to isolate weak limpers. A limper is a player who enters the pot by calling the minimum bet instead of raising. In many cases, limpers are either inexperienced players or those holding weak hands. When you spot a weak limper, especially in a later position, you can take advantage of the situation by raising with a wider range of hands. This isolates the limper, forcing them to either fold or commit more chips to the pot, where they may not be comfortable. Isolating weak players not only gives you a better chance of winning the hand, but also allows you to control the pot and dictate the flow of the game. Stealing blinds is another important aspect of your strategy at this stage. As the blinds increase, players become more reluctant to defend their blinds with weaker hands. This creates opportunities for you to make well-timed steals. When you are in a position to act before the blinds, consider raising to put pressure on the players in the blinds. If they are tight players, they may fold, allowing you to collect the blinds without contest. However, it is crucial to be aware of your table image. If you have been raising frequently, your opponents may begin to call you down more often, which could lead to potential losses. Balancing your stealing attempts with solid hands will help maintain a clean image and keep your opponents guessing. As you navigate through the middle stages, it is also vital to keep your own risk managed. While aggression can be beneficial, it should not come at the cost of recklessness. Always assess the risks associated with each decision, particularly when facing larger bets or all-ins. Consider your chip stack in relation to the blinds and the overall tournament structure. If you are sitting on a comfortable stack, it may be worth taking some calculated risks. However, if you are on the shorter side, you may need to adopt a more conservative strategy until an opportune moment arises. This balance between aggression and caution is key to maintaining your tournament life. As you settle into the rhythm of the middle stages, it is important to cultivate a mindset of patience and focus. The game of poker requires not only strategic thinking, but also emotional control. As you encounter various situations, you may feel the urge to make impulsive decisions based on frustration or excitement. Instead, take a moment to breathe and reflect on your options. Each decision should be made with clarity and purpose, ensuring that you remain in tune with the dynamics of the table and the players around you. By fostering this mindset, you can navigate the complexities of the tournament with greater ease. With time, you will find that the middle stages of a tournament are not just about the cards you hold, but about the connections you make with the other players at the table. Each player brings their own unique style and strategy, and understanding these nuances can enhance your overall experience. Engage in light conversation, observe their reactions, and take note of their tendencies. Building rapport with your opponents can create an environment where you feel more at ease and can allow you to play your best game. This social aspect of poker can often be overlooked, but it can be just as important as the technical skills you employ. As you continue through the tournament, remember that every hand is an opportunity to learn and grow. Each decision you make contributes to your development as a player. Reflect on your past experiences and consider how they can inform your current strategy. If you find yourself facing a challenging situation, think back to similar scenarios you have encountered before.
What worked well?
What would you do differently? This reflective approach not only helps you improve, but also fosters a sense of calm as you navigate the pressures of the tournament. As the game progresses, allow yourself to embrace the unfolding journey. The middle stages can be filled with tension and excitement, but they also provide a chance for introspection and growth. Each hand is a lesson, each player a teacher. Listen to the whispers of the game and let them guide you. The cards may shift and change, but your ability to adapt and respond will always remain in your control. When faced with uncertainty, remind yourself that patience and strategy will lead you towards success. In closing, as you reflect on your journey through the middle stages of the tournament, take a moment to appreciate the complexity and beauty of the game. The interactions, the decisions, and the lessons learned all contribute to a rich tapestry of experiences that shape your growth as a player. Allow yourself to be present in each moment, savoring the challenges and triumphs that come your way. As you navigate the ebb and flow of the tournament, remain grounded in your strategy, while also being open to the unfolding possibilities that lie ahead. In this delicate balance of focus and flow, you will find not only success in the game, but also a deeper understanding of yourself as a player. The bubble phase in a tournament can often feel like a pressure cooker. It is during this time that players experience a unique blend of tension and opportunity, a duality that can significantly influence their behavior at the table. Understanding how the fear of missing the money affects players can give you a strategic advantage. Many players, especially those with short stacks, will tighten their ranges, clinging to the hope of surviving just long enough to cash. This instinct to play conservatively can create openings for those who are willing to apply pressure, particularly for big stacks, who can afford to take risks. As a big stack, this is your moment to capitalize on the fear that permeates the table. You can leverage your chip advantage to force smaller stacks into uncomfortable situations. By applying pressure, you can make them fold hands they might otherwise play, as the fear of busting out before making the money can override their natural instincts. The key here is to remain aware of your opponent's tendencies during this phase. Observe how they react under pressure and use that information to inform your strategy. For instance, if you notice a player who has been playing tightly, you might want to increase your aggression against them. This doesn't mean you should play recklessly. Rather, it is about finding the balance between aggression and caution. However, being a short stack during the bubble phase can also be a time of opportunity if approached with the right mindset. While it is easy to succumb to feelings of despair or anxiety about your chip count, it is crucial to stay composed. Being short-stacked means you must choose your spots wisely, looking for moments to double up without risking your entire tournament life. This often involves waiting for prime opportunities to shove all in, or call with a strong hand, knowing that many players will be hesitant to engage in a pot that could jeopardize their chances of cashing. In this delicate dance of tournament poker, it is essential to remain in control of your emotional state. The pressure of the bubble can lead to hasty decisions driven by fear or desperation. Instead, take a step back and breathe. Focus on the game at hand and remind yourself that each decision should be made with a clear and rational mindset. Emotions can cloud your judgment, so cultivating a sense of calm will serve you well. Each time you make a decision, ask yourself whether it aligns with your overall strategy. As the bubble progresses, you may find that the dynamics at the table shift. Players who were once tight may begin to loosen up as they feel the pressure mounting. Conversely, others may tighten even further, clinging to their chips. This ebb and flow creates a rich tapestry of opportunities and challenges. By remaining adaptable, you can navigate these changing tides. If players are starting to loosen their play, it may be time to tighten yours and pick your spots carefully. Conversely, if you sense that fear is still dictating their actions, you can continue to apply pressure. The nature of the bubble phase also calls for a heightened awareness of position. In tournament poker, position can be a critical factor in determining the strength of your strategy. Being in a late position allows you to observe how other players are acting before making your own decision, giving you valuable insights into their potential ranges. This is particularly important during the bubble, as players may be more prone to making mistakes under pressure. Use this to your advantage, weighing your options carefully based on how others are playing. As you move deeper into the bubble, it is essential to maintain a keen sense of timing. Understanding when to be aggressive and when to be cautious is a skill that separates successful players from those who struggle. Sometimes, the best play is to simply wait, letting the players around you make mistakes while you conserve your chips. Other times, seizing the moment and pushing your advantage can lead to a critical double-up or eliminate a player who is too fearful to act. In reflecting on your own approach during the bubble, consider the importance of self-awareness. Recognizing your own tendencies and emotions can help you make better decisions. If you find yourself feeling anxious or pressured, take a moment to recalibrate. Ground yourself in your strategy and remind yourself of the bigger picture. This is not just about surviving the bubble. It is about positioning yourself for success as the tournament progresses. As the bubble bursts and the tension gives way to a sense of relief, it is important to carry forward the lessons learned during this phase. The ability to read your opponents, control your emotions, and adapt your strategy will serve you well in the rounds ahead. Embrace the opportunities that arise from the fear and tension of the bubble, and allow those experiences to refine your game. With the bubble behind you, take a moment to reflect on the journey thus far. Each hand played and each decision made has contributed to your growth as a player. The challenges faced during the bubble can be seen as stepping stones, leading you toward greater understanding and mastery of tournament poker. As you settle into the next phase of the tournament, carry with you the calmness that comes from experience and the knowledge that you have navigated the bubble successfully. In the coming rounds, be mindful of the lessons learned about aggression and caution, and remember the importance of emotional control. Stay focused on the present moment, allowing your instincts to guide you while remaining grounded in your strategy. The road ahead may present new challenges, but with each hand you will continue to evolve as a player, embracing the journey that is tournament poker. Let this awareness wash over you as you prepare for the next phase, feeling the calm confidence that comes from knowing you are equipped to handle whatever the table may throw your way. Embrace this moment of reflection, allowing yourself to settle into a state of relaxation and readiness. Know that you have the tools and knowledge to navigate the complexities of tournament poker, and trust in your ability to make sound decisions in the face of uncertainty. As you breathe deeply, feel the weight of tension lift, replaced by a sense of calm and focus. You are prepared to face the next challenge with clarity and purpose. Let this tranquility guide you as you step forward into the unfolding journey ahead. In tournament poker, reaching the money bubble is a significant milestone that marks a turning point in your strategy. Once you've made it into the money, the game shifts from a focus on survival to an opportunity for growth and aggression. This transition can be exhilarating, yet it requires a careful recalibration of your approach. You must now consider how to pick up pots that others may be too timid to contest, capitalizing on their hesitation while maintaining a disciplined and strategic mindset. Understanding the psychology of your opponents is crucial at this stage. Many players, especially those who have been grinding for hours, may have a strong desire to secure a cash prize rather than risk their tournament life for a larger stack. These players often fall into the trap of playing too conservatively, aiming only for a min cash. Identifying these players is your first step toward exploiting their cautiousness. Look for signs of hesitation in their betting patterns, the way they react to aggressive plays, and their overall demeanor at the table. Players who are satisfied with merely cashing out are typically more passive, allowing you to seize control of the table by applying pressure. As you navigate this phase of the tournament, it is essential to shift your mindset from a defensive posture to an offensive one. This does not mean recklessly throwing chips into the pot, but rather strategically choosing your moments to apply pressure. Look for opportunities to raise in position, particularly when you sense weakness from your opponents. When you enter a pot, consider the dynamics at play. Are there players who are likely to fold to aggression? Are there tight players who may be waiting for premium hands? By answering these questions, you can make informed decisions that allow you to grow your stack while minimizing unnecessary risk. It's also important to consider the stack sizes at your table. Players with shorter stacks will often be looking to make a move themselves, either to double up or to find a spot where they can leverage their remaining chips. This dynamic can create opportunities for you to exploit their desperation. If you are sitting with a healthy stack, you can apply pressure to these players, forcing them into difficult decisions. They may feel the need to call your raises with weaker hands, hoping to survive, but your aggressive play can often push them into folds. Recognizing the right moments to engage these shorter stacks can significantly enhance your chip accumulation. Another consideration during this phase is the importance of maintaining a balanced approach. While it's tempting to become overly aggressive in the pursuit of a larger stack, doing so indiscriminately can lead to significant losses. It is crucial to pick your spots wisely and remain aware of the overall table dynamics. For instance, if you notice that multiple players are vying for the same pots, it may be wise to take a step back and allow them to battle it out, waiting for a more opportune moment to strike. By remaining observant and flexible in your strategy, you can navigate the complexities of this stage with grace. As you build your stack, remember that the ultimate goal is to position yourself for deeper runs in the tournament. This means not only accumulating chips, but also maintaining a keen awareness of the overall tournament landscape. Pay attention to the remaining players, their chip counts, and their tendencies. Understanding who poses a threat and who may be more vulnerable can help you refine your strategy as you move forward. You want to be the player who is dictating the pace of the game, forcing others to react to your decisions rather than the other way around. In addition to adjusting your strategy based on the players at your table, it is also important to remain mindful of your own mental state. The pressure of tournament play can weigh heavily on your mind, especially as you approach significant milestones. Take a moment to breathe and reflect on your journey thus far. Remind yourself of the skills and strategies that have brought you to this point. By centering yourself, you can maintain clarity in your decision-making and avoid the pitfalls of anxiety or frustration. As you continue to navigate the tournament, consider the value of patience. While aggression is important, so is the ability to wait for the right opportunities. Sometimes the best play is to fold and preserve your chips for a more favorable situation. This patience will not only serve you well in this tournament, but also in your overall poker journey. Each decision you make contributes to your growth as a player, and recognizing the importance of timing and position can elevate your game to new heights. In the midst of this strategic dance, it is also essential to foster a sense of camaraderie with your fellow players. While poker is inherently competitive, there is also a shared understanding among players at the table. Acknowledging the skill and dedication of your opponents can create a more enjoyable atmosphere, allowing you to focus on your game without unnecessary distractions. Engaging in light conversation or offering a friendly smile can ease the tension and create a more relaxed environment for everyone involved. As the tournament progresses and you accumulate chips, remember to periodically reassess your position. The dynamics at the table can shift rapidly, and what worked in the earlier stages may no longer be effective. Stay adaptable and be willing to adjust your strategy based on the evolving landscape. If you notice that a particular player is becoming more aggressive, it may be prudent to tighten your own range and wait for stronger hands to engage. Conversely, if you identify a player who is becoming increasingly passive, you can take advantage of their timidity by ramping up your aggression. In this delicate balance of aggression and caution, consider the importance of self-awareness. Reflect on your own tendencies and how they may be perceived by others. Are you coming across as too aggressive or too passive? Understanding how your behavior impacts your opponent's decisions can help you refine your approach further. By cultivating a deeper awareness of your own play style, you can enhance your ability to read the table and adjust your strategy accordingly. As you progress deeper into the tournament, the stakes will continue to rise. With each passing level, the pressure intensifies, and the decisions you make can have a profound impact on your journey. It is during these moments that maintaining a calm and focused mindset becomes paramount. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate this terrain. Trust in your abilities and approach each decision with clarity and intention. As the hours pass and the tournament unfolds, allow yourself to enjoy the experience. Poker is not just a game of strategy. It is also a journey filled with moments of excitement, camaraderie, and personal growth. Relish the thrill of competition and the opportunity to challenge yourself against skilled opponents. Each hand played, each decision made, contributes to your evolution as a player. Embrace the process and let the passion for the game fuel your drive. In the quiet moments between hands, take time to reconnect with your breath. Ground yourself in the present, appreciating the journey you are on. The ebb and flow of tournament play can be exhilarating, and finding your center amidst the chaos can enhance your performance. Visualize your goals and the strategies you will employ as you move forward. With each breath, let go of any tension or anxiety, allowing yourself to be fully present in the moment. As you approach the later stages of the tournament, keep in mind that the decisions you make will become increasingly impactful. The dynamics of the table will continue to evolve, and it is essential to remain adaptable. The best players are those who can read the changing landscape and adjust their strategies accordingly. Trust your instincts and let your experience guide you as you navigate these critical moments. In the final stages, as the tension builds and the stakes rise, remember to stay true to your game. The skills that have brought you this far are the same ones that will carry you through to the end. Embrace your unique style of play, and do not be afraid to take calculated risks when the opportunity arises. Each hand is a new chance to showcase your abilities and make your mark on the tournament. As you reflect on your journey through the tournament, take a moment to appreciate the growth and learning that has occurred along the way. Each experience, whether a triumph or a setback, contributes to your development as a player. Allow yourself to acknowledge the effort you have put forth and the lessons you have learned. This self-reflection will not only enhance your poker skills, but also enrich your overall experience of the game. In the quiet moments before the final hands are dealt, take a deep breath and center yourself. Embrace the anticipation and excitement of the conclusion of the tournament. Regardless of the outcome, remember that poker is a journey, and each experience adds to your understanding of the game. Allow yourself to enjoy the process and know that you are a part of something much larger than yourself, a community of passionate players, each striving to improve and excel. As the tournament reaches its climax, let go of any lingering tension or anxiety. Embrace the thrill of the game and the opportunity to showcase your skills. Trust in your abilities and approach each decision with confidence and clarity. The culmination of your efforts is not just about the chips in front of you, but about the growth and connection you have forged along the way. Allow yourself to savor the moment and relish in the journey that has brought you here. At the final table of a poker tournament, the atmosphere is charged with tension and anticipation. The dynamics shift dramatically as players become acutely aware of the financial implications of each decision they make. Payout jumps at this stage are significant, and understanding the independent chip model, often referred to as ICM, becomes essential for making informed choices. ICM helps players evaluate how their chip stacks translate into actual monetary value, allowing them to navigate the delicate balance between survival and aggression. When you consider ICM, it is important to recognize that your chip stack not only determines your ability to withstand variance, but also influences how you should approach your opponents. A larger stack can exert pressure on medium stacks, forcing them into tough decisions that could either lead them to fold or risk their tournament life. Conversely, medium stacks often find themselves in a precarious position, caught between the desire to accumulate chips and the need to preserve their tournament life. This is where strategy becomes crucial, as you must adjust your ranges based on the stacks at the table and the unique dynamics of the final table. As you move through the stages of the final table, it is vital to maintain a clear understanding of your opponent's tendencies and the overall table dynamics. For instance, if you notice that a player is overly cautious, you can exploit that by applying pressure with a wider range of hands. On the other hand, if a player is aggressive and willing to gamble, you may want to tighten your range and wait for better opportunities. This adaptability is key, as it allows you to remain one step ahead of your opponents and capitalize on their mistakes. In high-stakes situations, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the pressure of the moment. Remaining calm is essential, as each decision carries significant weight. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to focus on the logic behind your choices. Consider the mathematical aspects of the game as they can provide clarity amid the chaos. Remember that poker is a game of incomplete information, and while you cannot control the cards, you can control your responses to the situations that arise. As you contemplate your next move, it is helpful to reflect on your instincts as a player. Your intuition, honed through countless hours of experience, can guide you in moments of uncertainty. Trusting your gut can lead to rewarding outcomes, but it is equally important to balance that instinct with rational analysis. Striking this balance will enhance your decision-making process and help you navigate the complexities of the final table. The importance of position cannot be overstated, especially in tournament play. Your seating relative to other players can greatly influence your strategy. Being in a late position allows you to gather valuable information based on the actions of those who act before you. You can use this information to make more informed decisions about whether to enter pots or apply pressure. Conversely, being in an early position requires a more selective approach, as you will be acting without the benefit of observing others' actions. As the tournament progresses, it becomes increasingly important to keep track of the stack sizes at the table. Understanding how your stack compares to others will inform your strategy and help you identify potential targets for aggression. You may find that certain players are more susceptible to pressure, while others are willing to fight back. Adjusting your approach based on these dynamics can give you a significant edge as you work toward the coveted first-place finish. Another critical aspect to consider is the psychological component of the game. Players at the final table are not only grappling with the technical elements of poker, but also with their emotions. Fear of elimination can lead to overly cautious play, while the allure of significant payouts can tempt players into risky decisions. Being aware of these psychological factors can help you exploit your opponent's weaknesses, allowing you to capitalize on their emotional states and make more strategic plays. As you navigate the final table, remember that the journey is as important as the destination. Each hand presents an opportunity for growth and learning, regardless of the outcome. Embrace the experience and allow yourself to reflect on the decisions you make. This introspection can lead to valuable insights that will enhance your future performances. As you continue to engage with the game, consider the role of your own mindset. Cultivating a positive and resilient attitude can help you maintain focus and clarity, even in the face of adversity. Embrace the challenges that arise and view them as opportunities for growth. This perspective will not only enhance your performance, but also enrich your overall experience at the table. In the midst of the action, it is essential to remain aware of the broader context of the tournament. Each decision you make contributes to your overall narrative as a player, shaping your journey through the event. Take a moment to appreciate the unique experience of competing at the final table. This camaraderie can serve as a reminder of why you love poker and motivate you to give your best effort. As you approach the final stages of the tournament, consider the importance of patience. While the pressure to act can be intense, taking your time to evaluate the situation can lead to better decisions. Resist the urge to rush and allow yourself the space to think critically about your next move. This measured approach will serve you well, particularly as the stakes rise and the dynamics become increasingly complex. In moments of uncertainty, it can be helpful to revisit your fundamental strategies. Reflect on the principles that have guided your play throughout the tournament, and consider how they apply to the current situation. This grounding can provide clarity and help you avoid getting swept up in the emotions of the moment. Remember that the fundamentals of poker remain constant, even as the circumstances surrounding you evolve. As the final table draws to a close, focus on the importance of adaptability. The ability to adjust your strategy based on the shifting dynamics of the game will set you apart as a player. Embrace the fluidity of the situation and be willing to pivot your approach as needed. This flexibility will not only enhance your decision-making, but also allow you to respond effectively to the actions of your opponents. Finally, as you prepare for the culmination of your tournament experience, take a moment to reflect on the journey you have undertaken. The final table is a testament to your skills and dedication as a player. Regardless of the outcome, cherish the memories and lessons learned along the way. Each experience, whether a victory or a setback, contributes to your growth as a poker player. In the quiet moments between hands, let yourself relax and appreciate the thrill of competition. The final table is a celebration of your passion for poker, and it is an opportunity to connect with the game on a deeper level. Embrace the experience and allow yourself to be fully present in the moment. Heads-up play in tournament poker is a unique and exhilarating experience, requiring a fresh mindset and a deep understanding of both your own strategy and that of your opponent. Unlike full ring or six-max games, where you have to consider multiple players and their ranges, heads-up is a battle of wits between just two individuals. This environment allows you to explore a wider range of hands and strategies, making it crucial to adapt to the dynamics of the match. In heads-up play, widening your ranges becomes essential. You will find yourself playing many more hands than you typically would in a full table setting. This is not merely about being loose, it is about understanding the importance of aggression and initiative. Taking the lead in the hand can often dictate the flow of the game. When you raise pre-flop, you are not just building the pot, you are also putting pressure on your opponent, forcing them to respond to your actions. The key is to maintain a balance between aggression and caution, ensuring that you are not overextending yourself while still capitalizing on your opponent's weaknesses. Recognizing the rhythm of your opponent's play is another crucial aspect of heads-up strategy. Every player has a unique style, and understanding whether your opponent is aggressive or passive can help you formulate your approach. An aggressive player may frequently raise and re-raise, putting you in a defensive position. In contrast, a passive player may tend to call more often, giving you opportunities to take control of the hand. By observing their tendencies, you can adjust your strategy accordingly, tightening up against an aggressive player while becoming more aggressive against a passive one. As you engage in this mental dance, adapting quickly is vital. The ability to shift gears at the right moment can be the difference between victory and defeat. If you notice that your opponent is becoming overly aggressive, it may be time to tighten your range and trap them with stronger hands. Conversely, if they are playing too passively, this could be your opportunity to widen your range and apply pressure. This fluidity in your strategy is essential for success in heads-up play, allowing you to stay one step ahead of your opponent. Confidence plays a significant role in heads-up poker. When you are confident in your decisions and abilities, you are more likely to take calculated risks that can lead to substantial rewards. However, confidence must be paired with clarity. It is essential to remain grounded and focused, avoiding the pitfalls of overconfidence or frustration. The mental aspect of poker can be draining, and maintaining a clear mind will help you make better decisions as the match progresses. As the game unfolds, you will encounter various situations that will test your skills and resolve. Perhaps you find yourself in a spot where you must decide whether to call a large bet or to fold a hand that feels strong, but may not be. In these moments, it's crucial to evaluate not just the cards in your hand, but also the potential range of hands your opponent could have. This analysis goes beyond mere math. It involves understanding the psychological elements at play. How has your opponent been betting? What patterns have you noticed? The ability to dissect these elements will allow you to make informed decisions that can ultimately lead you to victory. Each decision you make serves as a reflection of your understanding of the game and your opponent. The goal is to remain adaptable, allowing your instincts to guide you, while also relying on your analytical skills. As the match continues, you may find yourself in a situation where the stakes are high and the pressure is mounting. The intensity of heads-up play can be exhilarating, but it can also be overwhelming. It is during these moments that you must remember to breathe, to center yourself, and to focus on the task at hand. Staying calm under pressure is a hallmark of a skilled player, and it is often what separates the good from the great. Take a moment to reflect on your journey through this match. Each hand played, each decision made, is an opportunity to learn and grow. Whether you win or lose, there are valuable lessons to be gleaned from every experience. Embrace the process and recognize that improvement comes from both victories and defeats. As you navigate the ebb and flow of the match, consider the importance of maintaining a positive mindset. Acknowledging your emotions and allowing yourself to feel them can enhance your focus and resilience. If you find yourself feeling frustrated or anxious, take a deep breath and remind yourself of your capabilities. Trust in your preparation and training, and let that confidence guide your actions. In heads-up play, the endgame can often be the most challenging part of the match. As the chips dwindle and the stakes rise, the pressure can feel insurmountable. It is essential to remain composed, to continue applying the strategies you have honed throughout the game. If you are trailing, this might be the time to embrace a more aggressive approach, taking calculated risks to regain control. Conversely, if you are ahead, you may choose to play more conservatively, protecting your lead while still looking for opportunities to exploit your opponent's mistakes. As you reach the final stages of the match, remember that the outcome is not solely defined by the cards you hold. The mental game is just as important as the physical aspect of play. Your ability to read your opponent, to anticipate their moves, and to adjust your strategy accordingly will play a significant role in determining the victor. Embrace the challenge and trust in your skills. When the match finally comes to a close, whether in triumph or defeat, take a moment to reflect on the experience. Every hand, every decision has contributed to your growth as a player. Celebrate your successes and learn from your mistakes. The journey of improvement is ongoing, and each heads-up match is a stepping stone toward becoming a more formidable player. As you lay down your cards and step away from the table, allow yourself to unwind from the intensity of the game. Reflect on the lessons learned and the strategies employed. The world of poker is vast and filled with opportunities for growth. Each match is not just a battle of cards, but a testament to your dedication and passion for the game. In the quiet moments following the match, let your mind drift toward the possibilities that lie ahead. Each new game presents a fresh opportunity to refine your skills and deepen your understanding of the art of poker. Embrace the journey and allow yourself to dream of the strategies you will explore and the victories you will achieve. Emotional balance is a cornerstone of success in tournament poker. The atmosphere at the tables can be charged with tension, excitement, and at times, frustration. Recognizing the signs of tilt when a player becomes emotionally compromised and begins to make poor decisions is crucial. It is not just about the individual experience. It can also manifest in the behaviors of those around you. Observing the subtle shifts in someone's demeanor, the way they handle their chips, or the intensity in their gaze can provide insight into their emotional state. When you notice these signs, it becomes an opportunity to adjust your strategy accordingly. If your opponent is on tilt, they may become more aggressive or reckless, allowing you to exploit their mistakes. In contrast, it is equally important to cultivate self-awareness and recognize when you are slipping into a state of tilt. This awareness can be cultivated through practice and reflection. When you experience a bad beat, a situation where you lose despite holding a statistically favorable position, take a moment to pause. Acknowledge the emotional response that arises within you. It is natural to feel frustration or anger, but allowing these feelings to dictate your next moves can lead to a downward spiral. Instead, focus on grounding yourself. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that poker is a game of probabilities, and losing is simply part of the journey. This practice of mindfulness can help you regain your composure and return to a state of clear, strategic thinking. Maintaining a calm center during rough stretches is not just beneficial for your own game, it also affects those around you. If you can remain composed while others are losing their grip, you position yourself as a steady force at the table. This presence can be disarming to your opponents, who may find it difficult to maintain their own emotional equilibrium in the face of your calm demeanor. By projecting confidence and tranquility, you can create an environment that allows you to capitalize on the mistakes of those who are struggling to keep their emotions in check. It becomes a delicate dance of emotional intelligence, where your ability to read the room and respond appropriately can lead to significant advantages. As the tournament progresses, the dynamics of energy and thought management become even more pronounced. Each hand is a microcosm of the larger game, and how you approach each situation can have cascading effects on your overall performance. When you enter a hand, consider not just the cards in front of you, but the emotional state you bring to the table. Are you feeling anxious, excited, frustrated? Each of these emotions can color your perception of the game and influence your decision-making. Developing the skill of emotional regulation allows you to approach each hand with a clear mind, free from the weight of previous losses or victories. The concept of presence of mind extends beyond the immediate context of the game. It is about cultivating a long-term approach to poker that considers your mental and emotional well-being as part of your strategic toolkit. Taking breaks, practicing self-care, and engaging in activities outside of poker can help replenish your mental reserves. When you return to the table, you do so with a fresh perspective, ready to engage with the game in a more balanced way. This holistic approach to tournament play recognizes that your performance is not solely determined by your technical skills, but also by your emotional state. In recognizing the importance of emotional balance, you can also begin to see how it intersects with other aspects of life. The skills you develop at the poker table, self-awareness, emotional regulation, and strategic thinking, are transferable to many areas outside of the game. Whether it is in personal relationships, professional endeavors, or everyday challenges, the ability to maintain your composure and respond thoughtfully can lead to more positive outcomes. As you navigate the complexities of poker, remember that you are also cultivating a mindset that will serve you well in all facets of life. As you delve deeper into the intricacies of tournament poker, consider the rhythm of the game and how it mirrors the ebb and flow of emotions. The highs and lows can be exhilarating, yet they also require a steady hand and a calm heart. Embracing the journey of each tournament, with all its unpredictability, allows you to find beauty in the chaos. Each hand is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to refine your approach. When you encounter setbacks, view them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. This shift in perspective can transform your experience at the table and beyond. Engaging in reflective practices can further enhance your emotional resilience. After each session, take time to analyze not only your decisions, but also your emotional responses. What triggered moments of frustration?
When did you feel in control?
This self-reflection can illuminate patterns in your behavior and help you develop strategies for managing your emotions more effectively in the future. By cultivating a habit of reflection, you create a feedback loop that reinforces your growth as a player and as an individual. Ultimately, the journey through tournament poker is not just about mastering the technical aspects of the game. It is also about embracing the emotional landscape that accompanies it. The ability to navigate your own feelings and those of others will elevate your game to new heights. As you learn to recognize tilt, both in yourself and in your opponents, with each passing hand, you will refine your ability to maintain a calm center, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and strategically, regardless of the circumstances. In this way, poker serves as a microcosm of life itself, a complex interplay of strategy, emotion, and human connection. As you immerse yourself in the game, let it teach you lessons that extend far beyond the felt. Embrace the challenge of maintaining emotional balance, and allow it to guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Each tournament is a chance to explore this interplay, to refine your skills, and to emerge stronger, both at the table and in life. Every tournament is a teacher, if you're willing to listen. Each hand you play, every decision you make, and every opponent you face can impart valuable lessons, shaping your understanding of the game. The journey of a poker player is a continuous cycle of learning and adaptation. To truly grow, it is essential to engage in a thorough review of your sessions. This process is not merely about analyzing mistakes, but also about celebrating the good decisions you made along the way. When you sit down to review a session, begin by taking a moment to reflect on your overall performance. What were the key moments that stood out? Did you find yourself in situations where you felt confident, or were there instances that left you questioning your choices? Embrace the idea that every experience, whether positive or negative, by acknowledging both your successes and your missteps, you can create a balanced perspective that will guide your future decisions. As you delve deeper into your session review, focus on identifying leaks in your game. A leak is an area where you may be losing chips without realizing it, often due to a lack of awareness or a misunderstanding of the game dynamics. Perhaps you noticed that you were overly aggressive in certain spots, or maybe you were too passive when the opportunity to capitalize on a situation presented itself. By pinpointing these leaks, you can begin to formulate a plan to address them. Consider the importance of context, when reviewing your decisions. In tournament poker, the dynamics of the game shift rapidly, and what may have been a sound decision at one stage could become less effective as the tournament progresses. For instance, early in a tournament, you might be able to afford to take more risks with speculative hands. However, as you approach the bubble, the stakes change, and a more conservative approach may be warranted. Recognizing these shifts and adapting your strategy accordingly is a crucial skill that can lead to more consistent results. As you analyze specific hands, it can be helpful to visualize the action as it unfolded. Picture the table, the players, and the betting patterns. Were there players who frequently bluffed, or did they tend to play more conservatively? Understanding your opponent's tendencies can provide insight into your own decision-making process. For example, if you find yourself calling a bet on the river with a weak hand, consider whether you were influenced by an opponent's prior behavior, or whether you misread the situation entirely. This level of introspection can illuminate areas where you may need to refine your reading of both the board and your opponents. In addition to identifying leaks, take the time to celebrate the good decisions you made during the tournament. Recognizing your successes reinforces positive behavior and builds confidence. Perhaps you made a well-timed bluff that paid off, or you correctly folded a hand that could have led to significant losses. Reflect on these moments and consider what factors contributed to your decision-making. Were you relying on a solid read of your opponents, or did you employ effective bankroll management strategies? Understanding the elements that led to your success can help you replicate those decisions in future tournaments. Building on the lessons learned from your reviews is essential for creating momentum in your game. After identifying leaks and recognizing good decisions, formulate a plan for improvement. This might involve setting specific goals for your next session, such as focusing on a particular aspect of your game or practicing a new strategy. Creating actionable steps will help you stay engaged and motivated as you work towards becoming a better player. The road to winning is rarely loud or fast. It is quiet, reflective, and steady. Embrace the journey and allow yourself the time to internalize the lessons learned from each session. As you continue to review and refine your approach, remember that poker is as much about mental resilience as it is about technical skill. Cultivating a mindset that values growth, patience, and self-awareness will serve you well in both poker and life. As you settle into this reflective space, let your thoughts drift gently towards the broader aspects of your life. Just as in poker, there are moments that teach us profound lessons, and it is essential to recognize the value in both our victories and our defeats. Allow yourself to appreciate the journey you are on, whether at the poker table or in your everyday experiences. In the end, every tournament provides an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Embrace the quiet moments of reflection and allow them to guide your path forward. The insights gained from each session will become stepping stones on your journey, paving the way for a deeper understanding of the game and of yourself. With each hand, you become more attuned to the nuances of poker and the complexities of human behavior. As you drift further into your thoughts, consider the importance of balance in your approach to both poker and life. Just as you strive for a harmonious blend of aggression and caution at the table, the lessons learned in poker can often be applied to other areas, teaching you about risk management, patience, and the value of strategic thinking. In this reflective state, you might find that the principles of poker echo the rhythms of life itself. Each decision you make is a step along a winding path, leading you toward new experiences and opportunities for growth. Allow yourself to embrace the uncertainty that comes with this journey, knowing that the process of learning is as valuable as the outcomes you seek. As you continue to explore these thoughts, take a moment to breathe deeply, allowing the calmness of the present moment to wash over you. In this space of stillness, you can begin to envision the future you desire, both at the poker table and beyond. With each breath, feel the weight of your experiences lifting, making way for clarity and intention. Allow this serenity to settle within you, nurturing the seeds of insight and growth that you have cultivated through your reflections. As you close this chapter of contemplation, carry with you the understanding that every experience is an opportunity to learn and grow. Trust in your ability to navigate the complexities of both poker and life, knowing that with each hand played, you are one step closer to becoming the player and person you aspire to be.